you.
Right. I should, at this point, say, obviously, you're from Quickstop F1, talking Formula One weekly at the moment, because you've stepped up your game to not just being Formula One race weekends itself. You know, this week you did an hour plus bloody Q&A session. I can't even remember if my question was one of the ones you answered.
It was not, because we were coming on. So I was like, I was going to talk to you on here. So I was like, let me talk to you on here. But I mean, bro, I actually had like 4 or 5 more questions lined up, and I was like, I looked at the time, I was like, I've been going for an hour, and I was in my mind, I was like, I've literally just been talking for an hour on my own. It felt so. I said I felt naked, honestly, because normally I've got one person there, 2 people there.
There's always someone to bounce off.
Yeah, exactly, right? And so just talking on my own for an hour was a new experience, one that I don't want to repeat. I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, you know, going to weekly, and it's that commitment, you know, to, you know, you look at, you know, I look at platforms, right? You look at Missed Apex, you look at WTF1, and you kind of see, okay, like, there's something there, you know. Tomo as well, I must say. Between those kind of 3, there's something that I think Quickstop could be on our own, in our own way. And to do that, we have to, you know, you got to fake it until you make it. And I think we have to act and like a big platform, and a big platform needs to release content every week. And, you know, that's the commitment I've kind of said that I'm going to do. And we'll see how it goes. But, you know, we've only had 35 episodes, and we've got to where we are now, I guess. Yeah. So, you know, if we could do that in 35 episodes, doing an episode every other week, I guess, you know, what could we do if we did content every week? So that's the plan.
The thing is, the thing is, what you guys have got on there is kind of an identity. You know who you are, you believe what you believe, you support the people you support, and it's all very honest, very genuine, and a lot of fun as it comes across.
Yeah.
So, but there's a structure and a program and an idea of what you guys are doing.
Yes, for sure. You know,
that there is a reason why you've got like 35 podcasts out and however many thousand subscribers. I have 98 videos out, 140 subscribers, and my last video I think is currently on 17 views. I think it was the last time I looked. So, you know, but it's people take it or make it with whatever they have and whatever they do. You know, it's like, this to me is something I do because I enjoy talking racing. I enjoy looking up about stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't have, I struggle to make the time to do a video every week or whatever. Because, I mean, the thing is, if you're doing feature videos of stuff, as I said to you earlier, by the time you've done 7 hours of research, another 3 hours of scripting or whatever, shot the video itself, edit it with photos and bits of video that you're not sure you can actually use for copyright purposes.
Yeah.
It then all snowballs.
Look, people are always like, you know, you guys need to do like short form videos, or you need to cut up your podcasts and make video. And you don't understand, like, already we're in a good
fan cam ones are just
doing like, I'm like, so now I can do like a 1 minute teaser of the podcast for social media. I can do those in like 2 hours now, right? But that's I've got to do the podcast. I've then, you know, if I break down a video, like I spend pretty much, I work, and then I close one laptop, open my computer, work on Quickstop F1 stuff. You know, how many hours have I sat on Twitter interacting with our fans, building that fan base? How many hours have I spent sorting out guests? How many hours have I spent like making fan cams? Like, it is such a time drain. I would love to do videos where I research and talk about a subject and whatever, and I will do that. But again, I think at this point in time, it's about, I think the most efficient way is taking the podcast content and then chopping that down into more, and then using that for growth. And we, but for us to go on YouTube, that's probably what we need to do. But at the moment, yeah, it's just we're still trying to find our identity. And look, this isn't the first content thing I've done. Like I do food content as well. So I spent 6 years building a food platform, and I guess I've been able to take what I've learned from that and put it into Quickstop. So I guess, I've spent probably like thousands of hours making content. So Quickstop looks the way it does because I spent 6 years practicing making food content, and I've taken that into F1. Tomo is a graphic designer. There's a reason why his stuff looks incredibly sleek. WTF1 have loads of money behind them. So like, it's, you can't compare yourself to other people, because we're all on our own little journeys, aren't we? And we're all doing this for our own, we all have our own passions and our own way, and we're all just contributing in our own way to this culture and to this sport. And you just, no one does it if they don't love it. And I think that's it. At the end of the day, that's the most important thing. As long as we all love it and we're doing it for the right reasons, then big platform, small platform, in between, it don't matter.
I mean, it's like you hear Josh Revel and say Cranky Yankee and co talking about how they can spend an hour for every minute at least of audio they do, and that's before they get onto like the video and stuff themselves. I think Cranky Yankee on one of his videos, bearing in mind like the full length documentary stuff he used to do, was saying he had spent 100 hours on it. That's one video.
That's crazy. And it's a young man's game, like, I wish this was about when I was in uni. Oh my God. Like, I used to write football blogs. This one, like back in the day, there wasn't video. That wasn't I'm so old. That wasn't a thing. Like, video content wasn't.
How do you think I feel? I'm older.
I hear it. And
I got accused. My wife said to me, "Is like this was my midlife crisis thing because I couldn't afford a sports car."
Look, I hear it. I'm in this spare room more than I'm in my bedroom, probably more than I'm in my kitchen. I love cooking. I hardly spend any time in my living room. I'm
in the living room now, but I had to wait until everyone else had gone to bed so I could spend 20 minutes moving around the furniture. I showed you the photo of my wonderful setup.
I saw, man. It is. Look, it's a labor of love. We all do this, as a labor of love, and it's great to meet people like yourself. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for always supporting from the start, showing me, I guess, that we can be ourselves, and people of all kinds will interact with us. And I honestly, we were really scared that wouldn't be the case. And all the comments, all the support really does mean a lot, bro. And I'm so happy that we got to chop it up, because this has been, honestly, it's been like it's not often I get to have a chat like this about motorsport. So it's honestly, it's been incredible.
No, I've always in trepidation necessarily about having conversations with new people, because obviously you speak to people on Twitter, you post comments on like people's videos and stuff, but there's a difference between that and speaking to someone for what is an hour and 20 minutes now. We were chatting for a little bit before the whole thing went wrong and we had to start it all again.
Yeah, of course.
So, but no, you are everything I was hoping you'd be as a guest. So, thank you very much for coming on.
Absolute pleasure.
I would say, do you want to talk about your channel? But we've been doing that for about the last 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah. No, man. Quickstop F1. Find us there. We do, we're a podcast. We make content, and man, we're just unapologetically us. And you might like that, you might not like that, and that's fine. But we're you know, we're always welcoming of people, and we try and interact with people as much as possible. And it's getting harder and harder, I'm not going to lie, to interact with everyone, which is a blessing and a curse, because I did like it when we were a bit smaller and I could talk to everyone. But yeah, like, yeah, come and follow us and watch our stuff. And yeah, that's Quickstop F1, man.
I generally find that people have less time to communicate with me when they have sponsors. So, you know.
Yeah, it's good. It's getting there.
Well done.
Thank you, man. It's look, I did food content for 6 years, and the only money that I really made was when I started doing supper clubs, and that was, you know, I did everything myself. Like, I never had any brand partnerships, and that really used to get at me. You know, I worked so hard, and no one ever really, and maybe it's a bit of me as well, of course, you know, but for us to get to a stage where we're making, look, let me tell you now, it's not a big amount of money, but it is money, right? And someone's paying you because they like you, and they're sponsoring your content, and you know, and we have different avenues of sponsorship, and it's just, you know, for us, like I said, to have that so soon in the journey, I didn't envisage that at all, and it just makes me really proud of the community that we have, because it's because of them and the interaction we get as a smaller channel that people see, okay, this is something to get behind. So without our listeners and people like yourself who support us, you know, we're just two people screaming into our microphone every week, and it's super cool. So yeah, once the sponsors come in, yeah, we're just so busy, but it's nice, man.